You know, on my last video, somebody made a comment. They say, the most important thing is working and making money. You say it in every video. And then they tell me that I'm stupid in Russian language. And here's what I want to say to this stupid ass comment, in my opinion. But people who think different from me, I have no regard for their opinion anyway. But here's why I say that this is the most important thing for me. Because if I have money, obviously, when working, I can support myself, I get things I want, I have financial freedom, If I want girls, I can afford to go on the date. If I just want, to have fun, bust a nut, whatever, I can get myself a prostitute easier. And of course, some people look down on the men who do that. But me personally, I don't see anything wrong with it. Like I said, I have positive opinion on prostitution because, you have to spend money on women anyway, but prostitution, you just give the bitch money and you don't care about nothing. You don't care what she thinks of you. She's not going to make you angry because she feels like, oh, you're acting like a child, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, you're not acting like this, you're not acting like that, what's wrong with you, You're just like, You're not going to even know what she thinks about you because who is she to you? She's a commodity, it's a piece of meat. And you to her, who is you to you? Her? It's fucking bank. So, yeah, of course the most important thing is to be working, making money. So you get your freedom and you do whatever the fuck you want. What else is the most important thing? I know some people say, oh, it's important to have family, have kids, whatever. But then again, in order to have that, you have to have money. Some people say, oh, it's important, to have purpose in life, like interests and stuff. But then again, if you don't get paid for it, it's like, okay, well. I like to create things, I like to do things, but if I'm not getting paid for it, I'm not going to be even doing what I like to do, Because like working is like making a living. So you're telling me that making a living is not the most important thing in life. Then what is? And why am I stupid for saying that? Are you telling me that because it's something wrong with me, I should go to work or what? Fuck. I mean, we're here to work, let's just face it. And if you don't have a job, what you gonna be, a societal slave? Work is the only thing which can help me like not to be miserable in life, if anything, You fucking work, you get the money, you can afford things, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Oh, it's important to be around people, some people will say. Well, I disagree with that. I'm actually happy not to deal with them. Less aggravation for me. Don't have to deal with criticism, don't have to deal with stupid questions. Just do whatever needs to be done to make a living and just go about my business. Oh, you need to have good relationship with people, people will help you. What the fuck? What's the point of fucking stupid ass help? If I know what I'm doing, like, or need to help you because what? You cannot do the job as good as you should, or go to work up to the standard, whatever. That's a whole different issue. If your job will tolerate me, don't care. Money have no smell, but money definitely buys freedom. And if you don't work, you don't make money, what you gonna be doing? Nothing all day? Okay, well. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it short. I mean, I don't even like to talk a lot. Somebody's birthday was today. The person said, I'm gonna call you tomorrow. I'm like, well, I don't even want to have a long conversation because there's no point, like. Years ago, when I started making YouTube, I was thinking, oh, it's so cool to do things. But then it's like, people just, you see, that's why I don't like to deal with people, because people take fun away from everything you do in life. So if you say it's important to have a lot of friends and be around people, it's too much aggravation. At least for me. I can't speak for others, but for me it is. It's too much aggravation to be around people. That's why you need to work. I'm not going to talk to other people for me. For me, I'm just want to work, so I get the money, so I get my freedom away from people. So I can do what I want and I don't have to deal with them. And if I'm not going to be financially dependent on them, they're not going to be my bosses or anything. I can just tell them off. I can block them, That's the thing. So I can enjoy my life. And people, all they do is they take my enjoyment away from me. They're forcing me to be and live and act any way I want against my will, because they say, well, people are gonna be abusing you for who you are, ta-ta-ta. Like that fucking stupid really PewDiePie says. The way you act, people are gonna beat your ass, they're not gonna like you. Well, fuck. That's exactly why I don't want to be around people anyway. And if I'm gonna be big and strong and I'm gonna beat their asses, I'm gonna be happy on one hand that I'm gonna punish the infidels, but on the other hand, even if I'm gonna do that, it's like, it's not really solving anything. It's not really changing anything either way. Even if I was big and strong and I would be fucking people up. That would be cool because people wouldn't fuck with me, but at the same time, even then, that's not gonna get me anywhere. Especially in America. For doing that, you're gonna get fired, so it's like only gonna cost me, even if I'm gonna win. So, the best thing seemed to be like not to be around people, at least for me. And I'm actually was the happiest when I didn't have to deal with them. Less problems, less bullshit, less aggravation, You just do whatever needs to be done, that's it. And even if it's not good enough for them, but they tolerate you for who you are and you still get your fucking paycheck, life is good. And it's not stupid because, it's better to have money than not to have it. Because then you can afford things, have opportunities and freedoms. And there is nothing stupid about saying that. Unless you want me to be a societal slave and talking about whatever disability, to justify me being societal slave, but if I'm gonna be a slave and I have to kiss up to people, I'm gonna be broke. I'm gonna be hating people even more because I don't like to be kissing up to pieces of shit. Fuck. You have to be, please give me money, please. It's better to be in the position where if you're not gonna do what I want and act how I want, you're not gonna wake up the next morning. It's way better life like that. Being a fucking dictator, that would be great. I wish I was a dictator. I wouldn't have to put up with the bullshit. If somebody say do something I don't like, I fucking torture them in front of other people. And then people know not to fuck with me. And I will feel great. I'll feel like a king. And I'll be getting my way all the time. And nobody will be telling me shit. Then life would be awesome. Better than kissing up to pieces of shit. But yeah, in this day and age, in this world, there's only thing. Go to work, do what you can. And if you make a fucking living, if you make the fucking money, life is good. If you don't, well, life is bad. You have to be thinking about like hurting other people, things like that. Because misery loves company. And if I'm gonna go down, I would like to take some people with me too. That's gonna make me feel better anyway. So I'm gonna punish people because I'm not happy in my life. So that's it. Yeah. Money is the most important thing. Because people are not, like I said, people bring me a lot of aggravation and anger. Now, if people would be different, that would be a different scenario. Unfortunately, it's not the case. The way people are, the way people think, yeah, definitely. Like, I'm just happy I don't have to deal with them, honestly. So for me personally, I feel like it's the best thing is just to work as many hours as possible, so I don't have to be around people. So I can avoid all this fucking aggravation. So yeah, that's it. And I don't care if people have problem with me, like I said. If they're willing to tolerate me, life is good. That's it. I lived for 38 years. I'm only getting older and everyone is getting older, and at some point we're not gonna be here any longer. but there is no way I can enjoy my life being a societal slave. Some people's been showing you not living, you existing. What do you mean I'm not living, I'm existing? This is what some stupid bitch told me in Russia, and that fucking bitch, real PewDiePie, digging up on me. I wanna kill that bitch, really. Like, I can't, but I don't really like her. I wish she would get the fuck out. She makes me so fucking angry. And that bitch was telling me that she's fucking stupid anyway. So, I mean, she was cute. I remember her 20 years ago. She was talking about living life and this and that, but I remember I gave her earrings and she rejected them. And I gave it to her because my mom told me to do it, but I didn't even like that girl that much. I mean, she was cute, but now when I'm looking back at it, I'm like, I didn't really like her personality that much, really. Just like I don't like the real PewDiePie. I don't really like aggressive women. They making me angry. So, the way she thinks about life is like, fuck that. I just don't look at life the way, the same way she's looking at life. So, I guess for some people, being sociable and clubbing and having fun, it's like good, but again, you have to be certain way and act certain way. And if you don't fit in like me, and some people say, oh, because you have a disability or whatever, but then again, it's like, if you're a schizoid, that shit is not for you, because to me personally, when I was left alone without people, I was doing my thing and getting money and not dealing with them, guess what? I was actually happy. Because I have my money and my freedom, and I won't have to deal with criticism and aggravation from people. You know? Telling me how to live and how to act. Well, if you feel that way, you can get the fuck out. I'm only gonna say thank you for doing it. I'm not gonna be upset if you're gonna, live my life for good. Because if you feel that way, if you feel like I'm not living, I'm just existing, and what I'm doing with my life is wrong, well, if you feel that way, get the fuck out. That's all I can tell you. When people tell me shit like that, I'm like, yeah. If you're gonna get the fuck out, I'm only gonna be happy. Because I don't want to hear that type of stuff. I would rather just fucking, go to work, and if people feel sorry for me, I don't care. They're not gonna fire me. I get the money. I would rather deal with a fucking prostitute who just spread her legs and I give her money and she keeps her fucking mouth shut, than to deal with a fucking bitch like that who is telling me how to live my life. I don't want to deal with that shit. That shit makes me angry. I don't want people like that in my life. So, that's just how I feel. And if you think that this is stupid, well, I feel differently. So, peace out.